stuff that you need to do, and we are live.
No,
Yep.
the stuff I need to do is not programming. Hey, we're live. Woo.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Saturday, March 23, almost the last Saturday of the month, you know.
Yeah, next week was the last one, huh?
Yeah. Wow. How fast life can move. So this is Matt and Mike and the weekend collaboration. And yeah. So how am I supposed to do? Sorry, I'll mute myself. Yeah, Pete is not here.
Yeah, he's going to join us in a little bit.
Yeah, and this was the big PR that we were working on last week.
When you say this,
am I sharing my screen?
Yeah.
How mean can I be?
I mean, you're able to share your screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of saw a little bit about this. I was a bit confused, but
what was confusing?
Like Federico's asking you not to use wrapper. Like, that's kind of confusing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess he addressed it like it's widely accepted as the word to use. But I mean, if you look at like the enzyme, I think that enzyme cheat sheet that I sent you from DevHints, they use wrap instead of wrapper. But it just seems like it's. I mean, I don't know. I guess he's the one project managing, so it seems like it's not really worth refactoring. To use a different word, but. I don't know. He obviously has his reasons.
Yeah.
But he asked you to do more than just that, right?
Yeah.
He asked you to do more than just that, right?
Yeah. So there are a series of these tests. Let me just find them. This.
Yeah.
So initially we had just thought that we could delete this since we are not asserting anything here.
Yeah.
But it's just testing that a component is created without crashing, but he asked us to put that back.
Yeah, that's kind of weird to me as well, to be honest. But
yeah.
Like, I think like the fact that it renders without crashing, you're testing every time you do another test, because you have to mount it to do another test. So it's like being tested in all the other test suite, and then you're explicitly having a test that basically does the same thing as you do in every other, like, you know, test that you're writing. But
yeah,
I mean, yeah, he's the project manager, so, and it doesn't. I guess it doesn't hurt. It's just like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's necessary.
Mm-hmm. Then what else did you do? I think the main.
Look at it. Look at he joined our precious Saturday evening.
Yeah, I joined Weekend Collaboration again.
Yeah, but he says he's only got 5 minutes.
Lighter doesn't seem very happy that I joined. No, I didn't say I have 5 minutes. I have an hour and a half. I had 2 hours from the 5 p.m. UTC, but now I have an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So
so what you gonna do?
Mike was just showing me like the test that you guys were asked to refactor.
Yeah.
And I was just saying I was a little bit confused by it, but anyways, it doesn't matter. I'm not the project manager, so I was just and I don't know, what are we gonna do? It's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know.
There was this graphing thing that you were suggesting, Pete.
Yeah.
What thing?
The chart thing. So the chart library.
Oh, nice. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, and now that this hasn't been merged, Federica said that he's merging it though. But he says we did not refactor it the way he asked, so I don't know whether he'll leave comments or he'll just merge. Yeah, I'll ask him what exactly we didn't do, like he did suggest, but then now we can, as we wait for this to be merged, because we don't want maybe conflicts of stuff. Maybe you can drive, Pete.
Yeah, I don't know if so he didn't tell anything about the tests.
He just said on Slack, like right here. Weekend collaborations. I asked him to merge, and then he said, I'll take a look at it right now. I looked at it last weekend after changes were made, but I didn't merge it right away because changes weren't made quite like I requested. But I'll try to merge one way or another. Yes, here shortly. Please don't update. Yeah, so what he hasn't said is just because changes were not made like quite like I requested here.
All right.
Yep, so maybe it's one of those it works moments. And we can move to the next one with the graphs. Do we have an issue for that?
For the charts?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 89.
Okay. And you shared the library on Slack.
Yeah, but I was wondering because what you shared after, so the quickchart.io is actually creating like a static image out of bars.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and the other one you shared, or who shared? Matt, you were sharing, or Joseph?
Yeah, I think Mark brought it up, and then I went back and found it from the when Joseph's on the chart originally. He was for the AV dashboard. He was talking about using it.
Okay, so yeah, this one is I think it's more dynamic. So it's not like a static image; it's more dynamic. But I don't know, since we don't really have experience, which one is easier? I have no idea.
Maybe we can read the documentation then.
Is easier what we're going for, or we're going for harder?
It depends. It depends. Like, yeah.
Or we're going for whatever we can do in an hour and a half.
Kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, they have some code we can just refactor to suit our needs.
Yeah.
I think if I'm not mistaken, RFM uses high charts, which I've used a little bit because I've done some stuff in RFM, but and that was simple that I remember. But
High charts.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Let's check.
but that Needle Rocks looks really cool. I just don't know how hard it is to use.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could send a message to Joseph and see if he's around. No, it doesn't look like he is.
And do you remember about high charts? How complex was that? Or
I mean, what I remember was really easy, but I don't know exactly the type of chart you guys are talking about. The one that I did there for the demographics for RFM was like a I can't remember the name of it. That has like on one side is like female and on the other side is male, and then there's like something in between to try to represent like non-binary genders. What I remember is they have like a page where you can just basically copy and paste the information.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's like you're saying. I don't think it's interactive. You know. What exactly are we doing a chart for? Sorry, I didn't have a look at that.
Yeah, it's basically the chart for is how many events are supported by, or how much money you actually collected for events by as a singer.
Yeah.
So, let me check the mock-up, but I think that was in the end. Yeah, money raised. Yeah.
Looking at Mike's screen, I mean, it seems like you can choose a chart, and then it's like a component, and doesn't seem like a very difficult component.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Kind of copy and paste and just customize as well.
And
then like, I don't know. I mean, if it's a component, then it'd be easy to reuse it, right? I guess like, I mean, if it's high charts, it's probably easy to reuse as well, but.
Yeah. Yeah, we can try that. It's a Nivo.
You can set up legends as well. It's a dedicated guide on how to set up legends for the components.
So it seems you need an API key, at least.
Yeah, it says is available in the Nivo API, or try it using the API client.
Oh, I see. I'm wondering, is it like you put together a chart yourself here, and then you actually have an HTTP request to pull it in, or?
You already cooked food and ate already?
Me, yeah.
Wow, fast.
Yeah, it wasn't so complex though.
You're having like miojo.
Nah. Sadly not.
Yeah. Okay, I'm getting myself situated. Let me grab a beer and I'll be right back.
All right.
Where are you guys? Hold on. I lost you. I think you went to the monitor. Yeah, you did. Come back to the computer. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. But
I was just waving. I turned on my camera.
oh, I can see you now. Yeah, cool.
Still stuffing down the food. Got myself
Oh, nice.
beautiful,
Nice.
no?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought, well, everyone here knows I drink beer, so don't need to hide it.
Yeah, I think Dan was talking about another session too. Okay, we should have beers.
Yeah. I was thinking today about how we're getting close to the 1-year anniversary of Weekend Collaboration.
Oh, really?
We should totally plan something.
Yeah, like
exciting.
a massive hackathon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's Mike will be happy about that. Let's see. When's our 1 year? It might be all the way in June, actually. Let's see.
Really?
Can't remember.
Wow.
Yeah, June 2nd.
Oh my God.
So yeah, we have some time in still.
Yeah, that's quite some time.
Well, it's like a little bit more than 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think we need to start promoting yet, but you know, maybe with a month left, we should start promoting it.
Maybe
Right.
getting back to Rails and doing something crazy, Ruby.
Well, I mean, we're
Hacking the system.
we're talking about rebuilding the website one backend to be API only, you know.
Oh, that's also nice.
But then some people are like, if we're going to rebuild the backend, then we should do it in Elixir, you know.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So I don't know.
What happened to the chat app? Maybe we can
Still
work on
around.
that.
I mean, I mean, we need to parallel it, you know, basically is where it's at. I mean, I think Joseph lost a little bit of interest because of like the difficulty and other people getting set up, and like the crew that's actually doing the mobile app, they're working on a feature that I'm not sure how it's going, but that you can add people remotely, and then that would allow me the ability to like add you guys, so that you could play around with it yourself and not have to always like be relying on me starting the server and sharing it through the, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it'd be nice to do that. I mean, what happened was with everything, like with weekend collaborations and with, you know, that I haven't been joining as much as I was, and with that and with lots of other things in my life, is that I got busy with the MVP and then yeah.
You mentioned that you wanted to check something actually with me, but I forgot what was that.
Yeah, I mean, it would be great to like. I would like. I mean, I know that it's open source, so I could just look at how you guys did things. But I was curious to try to like borrow ideas from the way you're doing the design for, say, Sing for Needs, you know, and trying to start implementing some of those things in the website one front end, you know.
I see. Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, like there's a kind of a bigger redesign that needs to happen, and Sam is kind of like, you know, thinking about that and how we can get that, you know, because like I think that there was like a design, for example, for the Harrow Woodcraft or whatever. They had to, like, someone design that, and then like he was quite happy that like with that design you were able to create like you know, that the CSS. I'm not sure what you call it, but like
yeah, it was CSS or JavaScript a little.
Yeah.
But that was a landing page, right? So that was more of like a single page thingy. So it's different from a complex system. I think for a complex system you need it more than a single page.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, that's the thing, is like we're kind of like working on the you know, let's get it to production and worry about like redesigning it afterward. But you know, I know that's like kind of the opposite of the way you would do things.
Sure. Yeah. Otherwise, it's a bit painful. Not a bit.
I mean, the thing is that like, I mean, we've talked about it on chat before. It's like it's like if we had someone in the community that was able to do like a redesign of it, and then I think I would prefer to work that way as well, you know. But like in the absence of having that, like either I could try to do it myself, which is not something I have any experience doing, or you know, or I can just kind of not do anything and work on a different project that does have that, or just kind of try to do, you know.
Sure. No, it's obviously learning. Yeah.
But like, I think like if, you know, there are certain things that you're, because I guess Sing for Needs did have kind of some of that, or not, because there was definitely like wireframes and stuff. But
wireframes, yeah.
The design and stuff is kind of comes from your mind, right?
Yeah. So we had a reference on a reference image we were following. So that was not designed by us, it was online. So it was just more of a, you know, there's a picture, how we can make similar to that kind of thing. So we didn't have a exact design, but yeah, that's how normally, but we had a wireframe, so that helped structurally, at least.
I mean, it's kind of like we had the wireframe for the projects index page, which we kind of like did both in the Rails, and which you helped out with, and we did in the React. And then there was like with Federico, we came up with a couple different like pages that we would like try to make it look like for like the individual info pages, you know. But that's about as close as we got to actually having a design.
Yeah, I think, but you mentioned there are some front-enders as well in the group, no? Or it was just happening on the Human Connection?
No, Human Connection. Yeah, Human Connection. They have they have Greg who has, you know, he's done the style guide, and so we just kind of like, hey, we're a little bit spoiled on that, you know, like when we want to add an input, or when we want to add like, you know, like this the other day, Joseph and I were working on the ability for people to list social media, like, and so we put an input there, and the input we just have to like type, like do a tag and just like yes input, which is like is a component that comes from the style guide, and then like that also has like some validation. So there's like a URL validation that we just didn't have to do anything. We just like put like schema and then equals, and then like, you know, type URL, and then it does the validations for us. Like it comes up with this like red, border of red, and then a message underneath it that says like, please enter a valid URL, and then once you actually type in the URL that's valid, then it goes away. I think so. It's like little things like that, like that, helps a lot. But that's for Vue.js, though. So I mean, it would be nice if we could just like borrow. I mean, we're using Semantic UI, so in that sense, like we're using it throughout the entire project. So all of our inputs, in theory, look the same, and all of our buttons look the same, and all that. Yeah. So Mike
is checking.
Yeah, he's busy not letting us distract him, which is good.
Yeah, I thought I will find this.
Yeah, we are not doing that though now.
Okay.
It's another. It's within the repo.
Within the repo.
Who did those wireframes?
Rashid.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like the project. He's not is he the project manager?
Sort of.
Yeah, like he has the name of project manager, but then like Federico's doing a lot of the actual project managing, like, and as far as like giving PR reviews and merging stuff in.
So it's not within the ticket, Mike. It's within the repo.
In
the README.
Okay. So.
Yeah. So this one you see money raised. Yeah. So we need to create this component within. So for money raised. So we need to embed it in the money raised.
Okay, but what are the?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Maybe are there different ways that the people are raising money? Like one of those could be from performances. One of them could be from donations. I don't know.
That's a good question. I don't know, honestly. So I was imagining it as we are just putting there a graph, like a bar chart, and later we can figure it out when we have actual data. What is it gonna be? But by now it's just okay. We have 4 bars on the screen to appear, and then later we figure it out how we make, or what are those charts? Like bars. Sorry, I'm not sure. Like I don't know. That's how I imagine, but obviously, yeah, it would be great to know what values are.
Yeah.
But we can just make it as like a placeholder.
Yeah, of course we know that this is the on the y-axis. We know we have money.
Yeah, I see. Mike is already not as encouraged as before. Yeah, sure.
I am.
Sure, we can make X. Yeah, sure.
I mean, I would probably like if that's the case. I mean, either wait till there's something to implement, or do whatever the simplest thing is to be like a placeholder and not worry about like doing something too complicated because you don't even know how it's gonna be updated.
Yeah, I don't know how we connect to the backend in the end, so I don't know how that work goes actually. Yeah. So.
It's really interesting because like you guys are doing all this great work at like developing the front end, and the back end is like lagging behind, because like we started working on Mondays and like in an hour or two, like the first time we've only done it once and it was 2 hours. Actually we did it a couple of times with Everton, but Mike and I did it once, and we started working on the artist resource, but like we didn't get very far really. We spent 2 hours and we barely took a step forward.
I think since we're just figuring the first resource out, I think once maybe we learn how to do the artist resource well, and we can use it as reference.
Yeah.
The other stuff will be faster, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. I think it's like it's you know, I don't have a lot of Elixir experience, and Mike, you probably have even more experience than I do, but neither one of us have a lot of Elixir experience, and so like whereas doing stuff in the front end, you know, you have Peter, and so I think, and you also have 2 days, so it potentially can go faster. I'm wondering, Peter, is this kind of normal for you to be developing a front end where you don't have it's not hooked up to any back end? Like,
it depends on the app, honestly. So if you're doing like what we discussed as like a Rails only API version of the backend, and you do that, then it's fine. Like this one is like the similar situation. Like you do the front end, and then let's see what's going to happen in the backend. But I think there might, so in this case, since like these are things we don't know, like money raised. What is money raised for? Or so this should be quite clear about the product, at least what's going to be there. But if it's not connected, I don't think that's a problem, actually.
Yeah, okay. Because you can always circle back around, and because it's funny, because with like the website one front end, we already have a back end that doesn't always work. Sometimes we have to do new things, and then also with Human Connection, we're like doing kind of like feature development where you know, to get the PR approved, it's like working on, well, yeah, not necessarily. There's some people that just work on the back end, or some people that just work on the front end. But like my experience is like kind of doing it together, you know.
If you have like really good full stack developers who are not afraid of either sides, then it's probably that's the best, because then you can really make feature both sides on the same time, and no one is. Yeah, but usually it's not the case.
I don't know if I consider myself really good, but it doesn't stop me.
I have no fear.
No, but that's all about trying out. So I think that's the most important thing, to get the courage to do it. So it's not like doing it right; it's just doing it.
I mean, the thing is that like I could let my you know, my deficiencies like stop me from doing things, but I'm just like, you know, I'm just gonna do it. And like, you know, that maybe it's, you know, I don't know how it is for the person that's the project managing it, but like, you know, at some point you have to delegate certain things to the people who are, you know, maybe not building it as much, but are there like to say, actually, I don't want it done this way. I want it done a little bit different. Can you change this, or can you change that? And then, you know.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah, that's how it should go.
So I think what we're agreeing on is that you're just going to put like some graph there that's going to be a placeholder that's just going to have static data, and then like it looks kind of good, and then worry about like being dynamic later.
Sure.
Because you need the back end for it to be dynamic, right?
Of course,
like,
of course.
You need to update the database with the money raised.
Yeah, it's going to be changing constantly, right? So that's how I could imagine is that, as soon as people, like you selling tickets to your like events or whatever it's going to be, then it's going to be changing up or down. It depends, of course, how many tickets you can sell. But so it's going to be dynamic basically every, whatever, 10, 20 minutes, hour, I don't know. It depends on the cache, I think.
Nice.
Cool.
And what's this? The logo?
No, that's a profile image.
Oh yeah, for the artist.
Yeah. We still don't have a logo though. Yeah, that's a good call. We don't have a logo.
Yeah. We just had this chat with Joseph recently, and we noticed that most logos nowadays are just the words for the, like Google and YouTube, and
it really depends, I think.
Yeah.
It really Federico is pushing comments, by the way.
Oh, nice. But maybe we can change it after he asks us to. So are you gonna drive on this one, or do I go ahead and?
Yeah, let's go ahead. I don't have any experience, Mike, with any of those. So I told Federico I'm gonna learn D3 at some point, but that's gonna be in April, May. So I don't know anything about charts.
Yeah, I haven't. Sorry, Mike.
Yeah, can someone use D3 for this? Don't think so for right now.
I mean, I don't have experience either, but I mean, we do have like we do have resources that we could like. I mean, yeah, obviously there's resources, but like I was gonna say, there's like Free Code Camp. Like they have like a whole thing about. I was just gonna try to sign in. I can share my screen and show you, but like I don't know if it's something that people have time to do in their free time, or whether it's something that'd be worth doing together.
Yeah, I think it's worth doing together.
How did I sign up? I can't remember how I signed up for Free Code Camp. I use my Gmail.
With your GitHub?
I mean, that makes sense, right? But I didn't even know if I had. It doesn't look like it. I don't even know if I was using that at the time. Did I do it with my Google?
I always use GitHub. So.
I don't know if I use.
So the component that Joseph shared with us, or the library, that's also built on D3.
Yeah.
So.
But it's like, yeah, it's kind of like the best of both worlds, right? Because it has like D3, but it also is like specifically made to be used with React, right?
Yeah, yeah. So we can start with that, Mike.
Yeah.
And that also gives us the ability to, like, if we have any questions, we could maybe reach out to Joseph, because he has experience.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I'm here, Matt. I'm here. I got it.
Nice. Yeah. See, there you go. There's like change presentation of a bar chart, create a bar for each data. Yeah, I mean, I've been meaning to go through this. Like, it's. Have you checked out their front end stack?
Yeah, it's React and stuff. So
yeah, I did. I mean, I did. I'm gonna see if I can sign in.
Yeah, so the front end, they have Bootstrap and jQuery.
Yeah, I remember doing this.
Sass and React. Oh, they have React and Redux. React and Redux. And
that's where I got to that part. I don't remember studying.
Yeah, I didn't get here either.
300 hours.
I think it's the hours that scares people.
I think so.
Like, yeah.
I mean, I kind of stopped because I started getting into Ruby. Like, I had a student for my English teaching, my English that I ended up like. He was big in Ruby, so.
Nice.
How cool is that? Ruby is cool.
Seems like it started me from the beginning. Hold on.
We just see your face. I know you're multitasking and you don't want to see.
See what?
Whatever spaceship you're building, so it's okay.
No, I was just looking at my see how far I got with the
spaceship.
The Free Code Camp.
With a spaceship?
Yeah.
A journey of 1,000 miles starts with the Free Code Camp, you know.
I mean, it looks like I didn't finish the basic CSS. I almost finished the basic CSS.
I think you finished the basic CSS in real life.
Yeah. Oh, look at that CSS Flexbox as well, though. I mean, yeah, this is the thing though. Like when I actually do need to do something, like, you know, it'd be good to come back here and to kind of go through this stuff, you know.
Yeah, I think you're the guy who maybe downed my morale on this one. Like you advised me to like how you work more with real projects.
Yeah.
Now I try to work more with real projects, and it works better than just doing this stuff here, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking the other day with Natalia, and she said she was giving you advice that maybe you shouldn't work on so many different projects because you have different languages. And I was kind of saying like you can't really tell other people how they should learn, you know. But then I realized like I probably do that as well, you know. Like you know, Mike, you should follow your hearts, man.
You should.
I mean, as long as you keep working on the website one front end, you should totally follow your heart.
Yeah, but you see, it works better than just okay. I've done some of these things, and I got to the point where I was supposed like this responsive web design certification. I did all this stuff, but then when it got to, you know, I think when I did it, they had not added the CSS Flexbox and CSS Grid and these.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like we did kind of the same thing. Like when I got around to that point, I was like, I'm just gonna skip to build the project, you know.
You got tired, no?
Yeah, but then when I got to building the projects, man, I could not move, you know. Like I was just like, now what do I put where? Then I skipped. I
was skipping to like algorithms, and I got kind of stuck on I couldn't figure out all the algorithms by myself. And there's like basic algorithms, you know, like
yeah,
I don't know, but yeah,
yeah, but it's the same thing, Matt. Like if you don't need the algorithm, your motivation is gonna be different than when you like read the algorithm of how, you know. That's the thing. Like if you're working on a project that okay, so we're gonna have a really smart sorting algorithm to show projects to the right people to the right time in the right flow, then you approach it differently than okay, so here is a bubble sort algorithm, this is how you do it, and then
that's true. I agree.
Yeah, so maybe March will say that what we need to do is do these projects together so that maybe we can
we could do. I definitely want to like, you know, I've kind of come to this a couple of times. Like Mike, you and I were supposed to work on a D3 issue for RFM that we never got around to working on, you know. And then it's like this is like the second or third time where it's like, you know, being able to have a little bit of D3 skills would come in handy, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know.
I mean, I think that like, you know, the ability to be able to use like charts and like such is like, I don't know. I want to build when I was building the app that I was building for my wife's company, you know, like I was thinking that, you know, like I don't want to just like have the information written in black and white. I want to have like, you know, charts and stuff that's more pleasing for people to be able to actually look at, you know.
Oh, I see.
Like I think black and white do not communicate any message. Like if there's a figure like maybe the money raised that this is $2 against $10,000, just telling it to someone that $2 and $10,000, they will not really understand how much difference that is until they see the graph that has $2 on the lower side and has $10,000 on the other side, so they can see, oh, now this, like the visualization, I think makes it stuck on someone's mind. So yeah,
I see. I agree.
There's a guy who was saying like human beings, like they have difficulty with remembering figures. For example, if a figure is like 3,458, they will not remember that. But if they see some visual thing that says 3,458 was here, then 2,500 was here, they will they will remember that picture forever, other than the figures. So that's where the visualizations come in.
I see.
I mean, I think like also as well though, like it's kind of interesting. Like I think maybe Peter, you were like interested in hearing like running into different places that I've kind of like felt like I needed to have a little bit of skills with D3. Is like it's all cool to learn something, but like if you're learning it just because you're interested in it, that doesn't necessarily pay the bills. You know, it's like is there like a paying customer is actually, you know, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a paying customer. We have for the Sync for Needs, I have like a need to use it for the customer, but you know, obviously if it's a paying customer, then you're more motivated to learn it.
Sure.
So
money goes. Yes.
Pete, you said it was issue 89. This.
Yes. We can open a new ticket, by the way. Open a new ticket because this was about research.
Yeah.
So let's open a new ticket like implement or something. Yeah, I wanted to learn it because I like this kind of stuff. So I'm not really before, like you mentioned, like Matt, that you need it, but for me it's more of curiosity to just see how it goes, because this D3 is like in my mind for I don't know, at least like 3 years, and I never got the point to okay, so I'm gonna sit down and learn D3. So now now I'm gonna do it, but I never really, beside of course the big sites like New York Times and I don't know, like these big magazines, they need these kind of visualization all the time because of the massive information. But I never really seen like projects. I don't know when you can use that. I don't know. So, but it's good that you say that it's like you were facing many times this.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you've seen the site for RFM, right?
No, I don't think so.
Let me pass to you in the. I can just share my screen because I know how to navigate it.
Yeah, we have to see a spaceship, you know.
Yeah.
What spaceship?
I mean,
what
did you?
Talking about?
He works with NASA these days. He works with NASA.
I can see the moon in the background. If you look in the back.
Where's my screen sharing? I'm working with NASA, but it still takes me 5-10 minutes to share my screen.
Because you're from Mars, that's why.
So you can see my screen, yeah?
Yeah.
So this is RFM. So
I haven't seen. Okay.
This
so
is with
the thing you made.
No, I didn't make this one. I'll show you the one. I didn't really make it by myself either. Like I had help on it. Like Faith was paired with me on it, and Robert did some stuff, and
we made this. Like Agile Ventures made this website.
No, Robert did this, but it's an Agile Ventures project. So
yeah, okay.
He no visualization. So then you have these visualizations. So this is the one that I helped to implement. When I came to the project, this was just like, you found a feature that's not implemented yet. Get in contact to implement it, you know. And so then I tried to work on this and end up helping to. You have to be logged in to add your age group, but you have this, and then the button to go back, and you have like expected versus group by media, group by station.
Oh, interesting. I see. But this is pure JS, no? So it's not React or not? Sorry, what?
Oh, high charts.
Oh, it's high charts. So it's but that's in vanilla JavaScript, right?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's Ember.js.
Ember, okay.
Yeah. Someone turned these into heart. That's kind of new. Yeah, this is pretty cool. This bubble chart. And this is the thing that we were supposed to work on, wasn't it, Mike? These here that we were supposed to like change into, the legends that we were supposed to change into using D3, something to do with D3. They have this one as well. This is a really cool visualization as well.
Oh,
shows like the relationship between them as well.
Oh,
yeah. Broadcaster similar.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, this Robert kind of like, for me, has taken with this site has taken it to like a whole new level, and that's like, this to me, like, that's why I'm saying, like, looking at this, I'm like, I'd like to do this with, some site. So this is what it looked like when I first saw the demographic one. It looked like this. You found an incomplete feature. It's free and open source software. It depends on your contribution. And then you can like get in contact. You can ask questions, how to help out if you're not a developer,
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Robert's the one that I work with for Human Connection. And the really cool thing about this project as well is they have weekly meetings, like, and he was always willing to like bear with people as well. So like this is the first open source project I started contributing to.
Nice.
Yeah, and now I just unfortunately haven't been able to find time to like regularly contribute to it. But like we did a complete like we have a PR that's like kind of almost, it's like ready to be merged, but it's like Robert wasn't happy with the CSS, but then he doesn't know how he wants it to be changed, and then he just kind of hasn't. I don't know. I mean, I just kind of gave up on it really because I don't know what he wants, and he doesn't know how to say what he wants. He's not really like so like by his own admission not so great with CSS, so he doesn't really know how to say what it should look like. But he's not happy with he's not happy enough with it to merge it in, so it's just gotten like it's become stale and has been there for like 3 or 4 months now, more than that, like 6 months waiting to be merged in.
I see.
Yeah, unfortunate, but anyways, I'm distracting us.
No, but this looks really nice. Okay. Oh, and Mike is already in action. Let's go.
So Mike. Oh, live share.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
I love this because I don't even have to pull down the repo. So I just go and I just go and ramble.
So do we do yarn add Nivo?
But this is how it works because that's something I couldn't find in the documentation actually.
Really? Let me see. I'll have a look as well. Nivo rocks. Well, I found their GitHub, which presumably would tell you. Yeah, yarn add. In order to use Nivo, you just have to pick the scoped Nivo packages according to the charts you wish to use. So, like, if you want to use a bar chart, you do add yarn add at Nivo /bar. Do you want me to copy it into the thing, or?
I think so.
I can't see because my green screen sharing is blocking the top of your.
I hate that thing.
Because the aliens are coming.
Zoom has it as well. It sucks with Zoom. Like, did you copy it to the chat?
No. Do you want me to? I wasn't sure if you wanted me to. I mean, if you share your terminal with me if you share your terminal in VS Code, I can.
You can delete everything in my machine.
I can add it there.
How about adding a remote control to my computer? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I did yarn add Nivo bar, but
I just pasted it into the chat. Yeah, I think it's at Nivo.
The same command that I did. Oh yeah, this is my problem with NVM.
Yeah, Node. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to be using. Yeah, I don't know. Joseph said he tried using Node 11 and
SDF.
wasn't really a huge fan of it. So you're using ASDF for Elixir and Erlang, but you're using NVM for Node?
I haven't gotten to the point where I need SDF.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah. I don't know that I needed it because of my MVM. My MVM maybe is like not configured so great, like with Fish, and I was having to run NVM use like 10 all the time, like because I had like Node 6 or something installed on my Linux, and it was just always using that one. And NVM, I was trying to set like a global or a local Node version that wasn't working, you know. So I finally got sick of it and just installed it with ASDF, you know.
Yeah.
But I guess like the thing I was thinking about is like I think you and I are maybe not leveraging ASDF as well as we could be, like, because the idea is that, you know, you can use it as a package manager for everything instead of having NVM and RVM and you know, so on and so forth, you know.
Yeah, I think that's the reason I should probably be using SDF. So
Bar documentation. Ooh, basic isomorphic. What does that even mean? Isomorphic.
So now, have you installed it, Mike, already?
yeah, it is installing.
I installed
Seems it to be, yeah, it seems to be huge because it gets D3 as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess we could be creating the component though, yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay. Or is it a container?
So yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have the container actually already for the chart. I think we created a chart component.
So
you're bringing up there a little bit, but I can have a look at what we have here.
There is chart dot.
Matt, the structure is sort of different.
Yeah, I noticed that. So it's all of them are under in components, and then you have like the containers just have the word container in the name of the component.
Yeah, actually, I think the way what's his name, Pete, the other guy who did the PR the other day.
Harshdeep.
I don't think it is
Not Harshdeep.
No, it is.
Oh, here we go. There's the money raised, and then there's a component called chart. Oh, I just needed to follow.
Arku.
Ah, okay.
So I wasn't able to merge this one. How am I supposed to merge?
Do you need to have a review first? Can you scroll down to the bottom? Can you scroll down to the bottom? So it's the reason why you can't merge it is, well, I mean, at least right now, is because there's conflicting files. So you would need to like pull down the branch and work through the merge conflicts. And then you'd have to push it back up again, and then get it to you know, run the build. And then if it passes the build, you still need to have at least one review. So if someone needs to go there and review it and approve it, and then someone else who's not the reviewer can go and merge it.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. But then what he did was to organize them into, he created within the components performances, he created, I think he,
He created, let's say, the same thing like we do is containers, a different
yeah,
directory
yeah,
called containers.
yeah. So within that, he has containers, then performance
What
layers.
are you guys aren't using like some sort of like standard for, or you're using some linter or?
No.
No, we don't have it configured.
Yep.
Because I can't help but notice like double quotes, you know. All right. Too much time in RuboCop and standard JS, I think.
Oh, Rubokov, I almost forgot this.
And semicolons, you guys.
Yeah, let's use the semicolons. What's your problem? It's in old school
I mean,
JavaScript. In old school JavaScript, you cannot get away without semicolons. It's
yeah. They're optional now, you know.
I know, but yeah, just think about it. It's another day I just had to go back to the old JS actually for a project. So.
Oh right. Oh, so when you do like vanilla JS, you kind of need it.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when I was, really beginning things, and I was doing JavaScript, it used to annoy me that like things wouldn't work if there wasn't a semicolon. And one of the things I really liked about Ruby was like, that I didn't need to write semicolons. It was like, that's such a simple reason why to like one language over another. But
yeah, simplicity is key.
What's that?
No, simplicity is key. So yeah, I think it's nicer. Ruby is nicer. I still like more Ruby than JavaScript, probably.
I don't know. I'm kind of a bit I'm up in the air on that, really, because I for a long time I really. Oh, I mean, I guess this is like the thing that's a bit weird if I come in here and like start writing things with like single quotes and no, or maybe.
Yeah, there's something wrong with my.
Oh, that's weird. So when you save it, it gets crazy.
Oh, Federico made a pull request.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's all. Xeretar.
So did you change it? How? I remember Matt, you helped me with this. So
yeah, configuring standard JS. I think. I mean, it seems like what might be happening is that because if you had standard JS configured, it would be changing all of your double quotes to single quotes, and it would be removing all of your semicolons, like when you save it. But I think like maybe what you have is you might have more than one like linter enabled.
So standard is enabled.
Is that possible?
So how? Because standard looks to be enabled.
Yeah. And if you click on the edit in
this
settings.json, no, go down. There's like at the very bottom of the page you're looking at, there's edit in JSON settings.json.
Yes.
Autofix unsaved true, editor format unsaved true. But I think you have to have like if I go to the documentation for the extension, I think you have to disable the other automatic, standard. Although I think it might be confusing if you have to do like to disable the built-in VS Code validator. So you need to set javascript.validate.enable to false. Did you do that already or no? If you just go back to the edit,
the edit,
the settings. And then I can't see your whole screen, but do you have javascript.validate.enable set to false?
No.
No, huh? Can you? I copied it for you if you want to. Oh, there it is. Validate instead of format. Yeah. JavaScript. Yeah, it's easier to copy and paste it. Right. So you wanna see if we can get it working with the
yeah, the example. Yeah.
They have. Okay. And then we go customizing it.
Yeah.
Or we could, like, if we want to drive Federico a little crazy, we could just push it up like this and ask for a review.
2,000 lines. Change the
Small comment. Like donut color, kebab color. Like, what are these guys doing? Louis King collaboration.
Yeah, no, I just want to make it sure it works
So
nicely. Yeah.
did Federico? Did Federico do a new PR, or was it just on the same PR?
I think it was the same PR. He made the changes on it.
Oh, okay. So do I need to restart this guy?
I don't know. I mean, I just did a save, and it's formatting on save. Like it's
but it's this weird. It's this
but
weird.
It's not.
You see how it's.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Why is it formatting like that?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Maybe.
Do you have any other? Do you have any other? What other linters do you have? You have Prettier, don't you? You have Prettier. I think maybe I'm going to disable Prettier for a second, and we can always. But you have to reload to disable it, which will kick us out.
So let me disable yes mode.
I mean, I would say though that, like, I don't want to. I don't know if what Federico wants to use for, because I think even worse than having double quotes and semicolons is having some people with one standard and other people's with another one. Like, kind of needs to be decided as a team, like what to use, and just stick with it. I think otherwise,
I can open a ticket about this, actually, just as you mentioned.
Okay. I mean, I know, like, Federico was okay using standard for website one front end, but then it wasn't his suggestion; it was someone else's suggestion that he said, "Yeah, let's do it," and we did it. So
let me just start that.
You start it. Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah, this is weird. I don't know why it does this.
Okay.
So Matt has put this data and then.
Yeah, I put that data in.
Okay. So, this is the code.
Yes. So
So we don't do like
we can do a separate component for responsive bar if that's what you wanted to ask. But that's but we imported it in, so.
But what encloses this render?
That render looks like it's imported from React DOM, but I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Mhm.
Did you start the live share? Sorry, you kicked us out.
Okay.
I mean, you could see if it's working before you start it as well.
It's not
Like,
working.
if you try saving that file and it's not working.
No.
No, it's not working, or no, you didn't try saving the file.
No, it's not working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I can try to have a look. And
yeah, maybe because it was working well.
before.
This is even why I didn't push up my code with Abdelani, because it had these. I know
Did
it
you
failed.
Yeah. Did you try doing like the formatter from like the right click?
Uh,
I don't know how to do it in Mac, but yeah, like format document, yeah.
I even tried the command line one where I just run standard.
Did you install anything to work with Vue.js?
Maybe.
Because oh, you know what? Did you?
Maybe you should change the file format at the bottom, Mike. You see at the bottom there is JavaScript standard in the blue.
I think that's what we want. No?
No, we want JavaScript React. If you click on it, Mike, can you see JavaScript standard? Oh.
Here.
Yes.
Because JavaScript standard, I think, is the name of the
sorry. Then there is a.
Yeah, that's the name of the extension.
Okay.
That. But Mike, did you add anything to the package.json?
No.
So if you go to the extension standard.js.
Extension standard.js.
Not in the command line. There.
How unlucky is that actually there is an extensions menu options in.
Yeah, that first one. Scroll down to the bottom. No, sorry, not the whole bottom. A little bit higher. You see that? You passed it. It's on like standard.use package JSON. I don't know if you can search. Standard. Yeah. Standard.use package JSON. Yeah. Now scroll a little bit down, like it's saying configuring standard. So then there's that first thing, but then if you scroll a little bit further down, it says there, it is recommended you to change these options in your package.json on a per project basis rather than setting them globally in settings.json, for example. And then you could maybe if this works, you could put in a different PR with that ticket that Peter created, or just don't check in your package.json. But maybe that will work. I think I had to do that, or let me see. I'll open up the other. Let's try one front end and see if we have that there.
So where exactly do I have that?
I'm just trying to check to see. I remember something about that, but I could be off base on this. Where do we have the standard? Oh no, so yeah, it's on. Mine's on like underneath the dev dependencies. So then you like just give a comma there after after the dev dependencies have a comma, and then you can copy and paste that. Oh no. I think like on that on the extensions page you have to do like a Control C, I think, or whatever it is for Mac, because yeah, it wasn't working for me either. Yeah, I'm not sure that plugins HTML. We don't have the plugins HTML. We just have like standard and then as the key.
Yeah, maybe I can just type it.
Yeah, I can tell you what to type. Or I can copy it for you as well, whichever's easier.
Yeah.
You want me to copy it?
You're able to copy. Yeah.
Okay. 1 second. I mean, the key is going to be standard, and then it's like an object. Yeah, for some reason it doesn't like when you copy from the. Okay, I copied it, but I think actually you don't want this plugins. I actually, why don't I just copy what we have in ours? Then we kind of know.
Do you have this VS Code?
Here. I have what? Oh, yeah, or you could just open a live share and then let us in, and I can, either way.
Yeah.
I
think. Oh yeah, I think that's.
Yeah, I think it's already in your clipboard.
I was wondering why are you not typing it inside there?
Yeah, someone won't let me in, you know. Nossa, Nath. Tá com fome, hein? Join collaboration session. Okay. I'm coming, Mike. I'm coming. Come on.
So this.
No, not the first one. Just the second one.
Okay.
Nossa, Lila. The only thing is like the global CY you might not need, because I'm not sure if you even have do you even have Cypress for this? No, it doesn't look like it.
Not yet.
So maybe get rid of that whole. What's up?
Maybe we'll need it someday because there's a ticket towards Cyprus.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think I actually I heard about Cyprus from Federico, but. Stop following you. And it's not working, huh?
No. It's wasting our weekend collaborations.
I mean, right now it looks like you have Ruby in the terminal, but I don't know. I'm not sure how much that has to do with it.
What?
Come on, just format. And you definitely have it to on save, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Well, maybe it's one of the.
It's like it should like a standard.run should be on type, and standard autofix on save should be true. You think maybe it's Python? Ooh. I mean, it shouldn't. Those ones, like the ones that from different languages, shouldn't affect it. I don't think. You know.
Yeah, but.
Oh, I think you need to set the thing that you just changed in the package.json, you need to, its default is false. So you need to set it to true. Standard.use package JSON true
Yeah.
in your settings.json as well.
What is false?
The standard.use package JSON.
Much. Yeah.
Can you hear me, Peter? Or?
I can hear you.
Okay.
But
You're saying something, yeah?
Yeah, I was saying in the settings.json.
Hmm?
I think maybe Peter's onto something as well. Like you needed to validate JavaScript React as well. Let me see if I can just find what my settings.json is.
It's on the bottom, Mike. So can you see the blue bar at the bottom? And if
I think you might have to you might have to enable it first in the settings, Peter.
it's not about that style, Mike. It's about the file format.
Where's the file format? I can't see it at the bottom. Is it on this bar?
Yeah, it's on this bar, but since we have our camera there, I cannot really see yours.
Yeah.
So our faces are. Yes. So if you go to the React component, can you go to React component file? Like causes. Yeah, like charge.js. Yes. So if you click on JavaScript now, not the style. Yeah, and you search for JavaScript. Just search for it. Yeah, and go to React, JavaScript React. Yes, and now try to save.
Opa.
So that's good, but that's not using the standard.json though, is it?
No. But then I can.
Let me, Mike. Let me copy for you what I have in my for my standard.json.
Okay.
There's like some. I guess I can't get into your settings, can I? You have to give me permission to get into your settings.
This is how it starts.
I want you to get into it.
Yeah, let me in, Mike. Let me see. Oh, let me in. I didn't even need your permission. Oh no, it's my settings.json. Oh, that's
because I can't see you in this file, you know. I can't see this
here. I copied what you need there. You still need to leave the JavaScript validate enable false.
It's opening a backdoor to the aliens.
Yes.
I just copied the settings. You need to put it in there. Just copy paste.
No, don't, Mike. Don't replace what you have in settings.
Don't destroy Earth.
Just add it to the ES enable false, like underneath that, or actually, because you have the standard auto fix. No, so replace line 4 with what I gave you to copy. Yeah. And the other thing is that I'm not sure about that editor format on save. Probably needs to be false because you want standard autofix on save to be true. On line 3, that probably needs to be false, or it might default to false. So you might be able to, but yeah. And then if this doesn't work.
Oh, like is line 3 should be false or line 2?
No, line 3 is false. Line 4 is true.
Okay. So
doesn't seem like it's working. Let me see. Do I have edit?
Might not. Maybe I need to restart again.
It's possible.
Oh,
It's also possible it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
This is the type of thing that shouldn't be so difficult, right?
yeah. That's what I was wondering about. Actually, how hard it is to make the settings right. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is like that, you know, ours is slightly different, Mike and mine. You know?
What's the problem now, Mike?
Okay, it's formatting just with your your solution.
Yeah.
I mean, it's formatting correctly. It's just not using the standard JS, but we don't even know if you guys are going to use standard JS. So
yeah,
I mean, it's kind of like hoping to help you with your. I mean, and also it's kind of it is formatting a little weird though, isn't it? Like having like 187 and 188 feel like they shouldn't be on different lines, you know. But
yeah.
Anyways, at least it's like not doing the weird thing with like formatting the HTML weird.
Yeah.
It seems like a step.
This guy now.
Yeah, so
I don't seem to understand. Yeah.
So I was wondering if we need to create a separate component for responsive bar, and we put everything into that component, and then we import it to the other one, or I think that, or we just do everything directly in the chart.js. You know, because currently we started to work in chart.js, but it might be smart to create just a responsive bar component separately, putting the data there, putting the render there, like create a functional component, and then we import that component into the chart.js.
But how will it be called?
I don't know, like
for example, what I'm saying is,
maybe chart.js is the chart. Yeah, maybe chart is the chart. So we can create it like chart. This file can be actually
Yeah, but again, what I'm saying,
we don't need render.
This thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't need the render. We can so because we have already the component for it. So but I mean we already have the chart component, and the chart component will be the chart.
So we don't even need to import the responsive bar.
No. Or maybe no. That's something we need. No.
Bar comes from Nevo, yeah. So I think we do need that.
Yeah, we need that. We need that.
Which I think we do need to render it somewhere, but maybe we need to render it just in wherever it's going to be used, and then instead of rendering responsive bar, you render chart.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
so
you're saying like, this will be a functional component that when it's called will like render the responsive bar because it's being rendered.
Yes.
Like we're rendering chart. Yeah.
Yes. That's how I imagine, but
yeah, that makes sense. I think that makes sense to you, Mike.
Yeah. So we create another.
Well, I don't think we're here suggesting create another, because right now what we have on line 112 we have a chart component, which is a functional component, and that's like, instead of like saying h3 chart, it's gonna like return responsive bar. You know?
Yes. Yeah.
And then that has like.
Yeah, let's put we will need to load the data in, but that's a separate thing.
Yeah. So I think we can just have it there.
Don't worry about the data now. Just put the whole thing in. The data is, yeah.
Well, the data is what you already copied and pasted there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just you say data, right?
So it
Woohoo! Ryder's here.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Ryder.
yo, Ryder.
Hello.
Mike.
You missed
What's
a really
Yeah.
riveting session where we were trying to work on VS Code settings.
Oh, okay.
I think Ryder could have left the session.
Ryder would have came up with an excuse. Oh, guys, I forgot I have to go wash my dog. But if you save it now, Mike, when it's not formatted correctly, because like on line 116, it's like
No,
it's
no,
not
but
formatted. But
no,
if you save
but,
it,
no, but he deleted the responsive bar ending of the
Oh, okay.
No.
no, he copied it. He copied it at the bottom.
Oh, I see. I get it. Okay, that's it.
Yes, we're creating a bar chart for donut colors and fries colors and
I see that.
hot dogs and
This
things.
is this must be the fabled React charting spike.
Yeah.
This is it might not be immediately clear how this goes with Sync for Needs, but I think in time it'll all become clear. I wonder what is that?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, I don't know the exact use case, but the reasons why you might want to use that with Sync for Needs certainly is apparent, right? Because you're wanting to track how much money is being collected and potentially where it's coming from.
Yeah, hot dog sales or donut sales.
Yeah, exactly. Cake sales.
Big sales,
Cookie
yeah.
sales.
maybe we still need to call the render, you know.
I mean, I feel like we don't need that, Mike.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think we need that, and I think Mike, what we were saying is that we will definitely need to render at somewhere, but like maybe not here, because this is a function that like in a different component we'll call render, and then we'll call the chart function, and then when we call that chart function, it's going to just return this chart, you know.
Okay.
So it's just a matter of like where you call the render. Like render you use only from class components, if I'm not mistaken. So like this is not a class component, it's just a function. A functional component, but
Okay.
So
makes sense?
maybe we should change the holding component is the money raised.
mm-hmm.
So maybe we should, because that's a functional component currently. So maybe we should change it to class component.
Yeah, I mean, is that what you understand as well, or am I tripping on that?
I'm not sure if you
only
need to render anyways. I think it's gonna render anyways.
even if you don't call render. For
Yeah,
example.
yeah.
If you just say return chart here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're doing that already. So I guess we could look at it and see. Because I guess if you're not going to change the state at all, there's not necessarily a reason to make it into a. Can I get the share when you guys get a chance? Yes, of course you can, Ryder.
Yeah, let's spin it up.
All right. Thank you.
So
I mean, we could be now the Ryder's here. We could be we could just get the back end ready for you guys while you guys are doing like the working out the front end stuff. Ryder and I could just like whip up the back end part of it for you real quick.
like the whole backend. Oh, amazing!
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, the whole back end, all of it.
Love it.
Oh gosh.
Is it? What's happening, Mike?
Yeah, it's my computer, you know.
Oh, maybe it's maybe it's D3. The D3 is eating up the memory.
I want to blame Matt.
So is the issue that you guys are facing right now, or that we're facing, that the chart doesn't render?
No, we're not.
We haven't tried yet.
No, the issue we're facing is with Mike's VS Code not formatting correctly. But other than that, we're kind of just getting started, and we haven't really come up with any issues. Oh yeah, I saw that. I don't know. Yeah, you don't need to put those in curly braces. I don't know why.
What is that? Oh,
I guess it's not using ES6 for the Nevo rocks.
So, where's the chart?
Where's no?
So, which one exactly?
I think someone did already. Someone with a it's not purple. What's that color?
someone with a kitchen in the background.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so
it's an artist, right? Or no? No, money raised. Where's
Yeah,
money
should-
raised?
yeah,
Money raised.
can you go artists, Mike? It's what's happening here.
Yeah, I'm going to
I
artist
see.
one.
I see. What? Seems like it's. Oh.
Oh,
Opa.
Opa.
It's not perfect, but yeah, good start.
I
from
mean,
I think I did get rid of some of the data.
some,
Yeah.
probably most of them.
leave the kebabs and the donuts and get rid of everything else.
Yeah, let's leave like 2 or 3 values max. Yeah, because we don't know the data structure yet. We're gonna receive, but oh yeah, this is okay.
I mean, Ryder and I are almost done with that. So if you give us like don't rush
just
us,
one
you know?
more sprint. Just one more sprint.
Yeah.
I mean, every time I look at this Sing for Needs stuff, I'm just like, it looks so much better than the website line front end,
Mm.
I don't know if it's the
feels
blue.
like
Maybe it's
Sorry.
what's that?
It feels like Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, it does.
It is the Madison Square Garden.
I think maybe it's the blue color that's making it look so much more professional. I mean, it couldn't be just that, like, we have like a professional front end developer working on it. I think it must be the blue.
I think so. It's the blue. It's dark, but also Dua Lipa helps a lot.
Yeah, that definitely helps. And the background image, like there's like, it's kind of like, oh, is it a blue background or is it an image background? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, so Pete, we need your
How we can remove the legend?
muscle.
Or wait a minute.
So I like what's happening there when you get those little performances blocks, and then you've got a slightly different color for the live show recorded. And that color difference draws your attention to the fact that this is not kind of the same thing. And I might like to see something similar happening, distinguishing between like the performances header, the money raised header, and then the actual performance title headers, which are like Madison Square Garden for the venue.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And obviously, I know you guys are seeing exactly what I'm seeing, but you know, the font color for the money raised, like hamburger kebab, all that stuff is not going to work against this background.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we need to. I'm gonna clear some data because we don't need as many actually as we have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
sure.
I'm gonna delete burger and sandwich. Also the color.
Because in the way that it was the way that it was in the mock-up is that there was just one of those, and there was multiple bars, right?
Yeah.
4 bars, but only.
Yeah, so we have more bars but less colors actually in the. Yeah. Can you, Mike, maybe create 2 more bars somehow?
Yep.
In the meantime, I delete some stuff in there.
I'm gonna delete the legends then. I just commented it out, but I think we want to delete it, right?
I think we might need 2, maybe.
The legends, okay.
Maybe.
Data form, anchor, direction, justify.
Where did the MOBAs go? Come, baby, come.
She doesn't seem to like when people new join. Like I joined and she was crying. Then Ryder joined and now she's crying again. Peter, you have any kids?
No.
Ryder, you have any kids?
Not that I know of.
Right, that's the right answer.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we just need a hot dog actually. That's one value. But we need multiple of those. Yeah, and I see Mike is already changing there.
I was doing.
I am not able.
Oh, it's Matt. It's you actually. Sorry.
Yeah. Mike sounded like he had his hands full, so I was just helping out. I don't really understand exactly the legends, though. If Peter, if you go to line 108, like you can see what I commented out, but I don't really know how to set the legends for it to be. You said we need maybe a couple legends, but
I think we only need 1 maybe for the hot dog.
Like you can see that in the online 108, it doesn't say anything about like the hot dogs or anything. Like data from keys. Oh, so we do have the keys are what? The hot dog and hot dog color?
Yeah, hot dog, burger, sandwich, those. You see
so
on line 31.
So if I...
But we only need hot dog. So I'm going to delete the rest from the keys.
Yeah.
How do you change the color of the x-axis? Like, is it x-axis? I think.
Yeah.
Oh, it's here.
Oh.
Depth. Dots, pattern, dot, lines. Oh yeah. I think it's this, right?
Now I'm in another place. So.
Yeah. All right, you need to change these country, right? Let's see. Let's put Brazil in there, and let's put the USA since it's Riders in the USA. What's the country abbreviation for Kenya?
KE.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Salsalira.
Oh, poor kiddo.
Yeah.
Opa.
Oh, okay. I just try to fix that color somehow.
Now I think I understand why in RFM Robert had an image for the charts on the landing page, and then you click on that image to navigate to where the charts are.
What?
Like maybe I'll just show you.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about, but you're saying you think like that maybe because I think in that case he's using several different charts, right? It's not just one.
Yeah,
Mike,
it's not just
this
one.
if you need to go. I don't know if you've got a closer eye on how things are over there than we do, but
Ryder, what are you talking about? He can't leave weekend collaboration early.
oh no, I just meant you could leave the terminal on and step away for a few minutes if needed.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I know.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know how you run things in your team, Ryder.
But on this team, no one can be.
No one can go take care of the kids. That didn't do what I thought it was going to do. Yeah, I'm just changing. I don't really understand what I'm changing.
Well, so we want to change this hot dog color, right? In the chart
Yeah.
JS on 8, 13, 18, and 22.
Yeah, it's just super weird though.
Yeah, it's like it was HSL and then you put RGB and then now you're gonna try hex. See if that.
Yeah. Because it's somehow not. No, it's not changing. What?
Yeah, it's not changing, huh? Yeah, maybe. I changed these defs colors as well, and that doesn't seem like it's made any difference either.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at this! You have like a colors.scss, like.
Yeah, man.
Right. So that's like colors are based on the concept from Joe. You know, have you heard of this? In the course I'm taking on Vue.js, he exposed us to this place called Coolers.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? You've seen it before?
Yeah.
Have you seen this before, Ryder?
Coolers. Just a second. What is it that I'm looking at?
It's like a color palette, and then you like just hit the space bar, and then you're like, "Ooh, I really like this lime green color," and you lock it, and then you hit the space bar again, and then you can just like, "Oh yeah, I like this sunset orange," and then you just keep like iterating through until you're happy with it.
I bet my designer friends know about that, but I have never seen that before.
Yeah, I feel like it could help me like play like I'm a designer, you know.
Yeah.
Pretend, you know? I was wondering, like, if there's a way maybe you could enter in like the specific, like if you could enter in like the 2 colors we have for Agile Ventures, for example, and then get the extra colors that supposedly go with it. Because I tried that on like an Adobe, and then I shared it there, and like Sam didn't like any of the colors that they suggested to go with it, so.
I see. Well, that seems like a real nice idea.
Yeah.
There is no AV design mob.
No, there isn't. We should have a design mob. What happened to speaking of design mobs? What happened to you? What happened to the twitching?
Me, I doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're still doing it.
Yeah. I just skipped some because I couldn't. So I had this eye thing, and then I was busy with the other project. So then I stopped it, but I'm gonna continue, sure.
Nice.
Or next week, because the next one is like a monster. It's like it's like, I don't know. It's a full page design, so that's gonna take some hours.
Yeah.
So it takes like 1 day, I think, to create that.
Sorry, I'm just kind of blown away by this color picking tool in VS Code, which I've never seen before.
Yep.
Oh, really? I haven't seen that either.
So
how do I choose specific colors? Oh, there we go.
Like if you click on a hex color or hover over a hex color, it'll bring up the palette, and you can just drag all over the spectrum.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So our colors for Agile Ventures are Vivid Tangelo and Charcoal are the names of them. Let's see what goes with that. Ooh, Pink Raspberry goes with it. Maybe we could add some Pink Raspberry to our site.
I agree potentially with the Pink Raspberry. Those other two colors just seem lost in that palette.
Yeah. How's this ebony? That doesn't seem like ebony. You hear like ebony and ivory, you don't think of
gray, dark greenish gray.
No, at least I don't. Maximum blue, purple, and seal. Nice.
So I could see the lavender that was at the right a second ago. I'm not as big a fan of that lavender with those two colors.
English lavender. Yeah. I haven't worked out how to go back. And like I also tried to export it. No, I tried to save it this one time. You can export it like with SCSS.
Whatever that green is, that seems to go for me as well.
Okay, let's drag this. What do you think, Peter? Desaturated cyan?
I think it's a bit too diverse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, honestly, just the base color palette of that like vivid bright orange with the charcoal is a little bit strange. And having those two as the core colors sort of puts you in an interesting place, chromatically speaking.
Well, I mean, Peter's been saying that we might need to have like a design like where we talk about color scheme and direction and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I find it like I mean, at least unlikely that the orange will change because it's kind of like the color of the logo, right?
Yeah, the orange feels very on brand. It's a seriously intense orange, and that does make it challenging.
So if I unlock that charcoal color, let's see if I iterate through if it'll ever come up with the charcoal. Purple taupe. I like purple taupe. Smoky taupe.
Whoa.
That's intense.
This is actually at least a nice, like, you know.
They're all on the same spectrum. It's like
compounding. Yeah.
Yankees blue. Yeah, like maybe we should have gone with the Japanese indigo instead of charcoal.
Yeah, it's softer. It's softer. Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, I'm not sure if Mike is back. I've noticed you've been able to change the color.
Yeah, man, I'm digging.
So we have this here. What color did we use? Hey,
Mike,
Mike.
Yeah,
up?
you're asking for me, you know?
Oh, I was just wondering if you were back.
Yeah.
I need to go anyways. I don't know what I'm doing here. I've got sorry. I didn't mean it in that kind of way, but I have stuff to do that I need to do before it gets dark.
Oh,
Like I need to go to the beach, you know.
hmm.
It's a rough life, I know, but someone's got to live it, you know.
Yeah, someone has to go to the beach. I mean, a lot of us don't have a beach, and so if you're in the beach, you have this beach going responsibility.
Yeah, that's especially since during the week I'm just I'm really halash when it comes to. That's funny because like Ryder, both you and Peter both kind of understand when I say halash because you both lived in Brazil for a minute.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, what did you do there?
Man, he's just playing around. Meanwhile, the server is, I know it's ready almost. We need to be prepared. We need to be prepared.
I think maybe you might have to wait till after I get done with the beach, you know. What do you guys think about that?
No, beach backends. That's your service that you provide. It's you make the backend on the beach and all of the like creative.
Does Japanese indigo look any better in the navbar?
Can I see? My color memory is not amazing. I think I prefer that a little bit, but can I see the two like at least sequentially, if not side by side?
Yeah, I mean,
this is the charcoal.
Yeah. I think you could immediately see.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, this feels like slicker. The Japanese indigo feels it makes the whole thing feel a little bit more kind of businessy. I mean, for me, that color contrast is almost evocative of like financial trading or something. I don't know whether that's good or not. I somewhat prefer it though, personally.
The indigo.
The indigo, yeah. Well, just to be there, yeah.
I wonder. I guess like this Yankees blue is kind of maybe too dark, or no?
I think that those two together are gonna evoke almost like a Yellow Jacket kind of thing, and it's just gonna be it's gonna pop too much. People always talk about wanting things to pop. I think you can pop too much. But you can put them together and see what they look like. I just think it's gonna be a little bit too in your face.
I guess it's interesting because like on the way that old mate Daniel did the navbar in the React front end, he didn't do the double layered you know, the two different colors, which like Sam had mentioned that he kind of noticed because like the then like the sign in and the login and sign up and even like the logo are on like kind of stand out a little bit more, he thought, than on this one here where you have them at the same level. But I don't know if there's any plans on changing that or not.
Yeah,
I mean, we need design sprint really, but it's like there's little things as well, like login is 2 words, right, or is 1 word, and sign up, like this login and sign up are like, you know, one has a space, the other one doesn't, whereas here they both have spaces.
Yeah.
Anyways, I mean, lots of things to do, but I think
I know. I think those are good observations.
It's not gonna be anything that happens before the beach. Ooh, gunmetal. Ooh, that's really rock and roll. What does gunmetal look like? Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Like I was just here playing around, and Peter's like kind of fixed the supported causes, like bleeding into the money raised. You got rid of the legend again.
Yeah, I wish I could. I wish I had 2 screens, you know. Right now, I just have to witness the beauty, but I can't. I'll just have to wait to see the action later on.
Yeah, honestly, we can stop at some point because we don't know the values, and if so, so
Yeah.
it's you can go endless, but I don't know
That's nice.
how big amounts we're gonna put on there, or yeah.
Yeah.
So this looks better. You know, it definitely looks better than it did.
Let me just try one thing.
Yeah, there's always that one thing.
No, like the separator lines, like Ryder mentioned about how the live show and the title of the performances is just it's clearly the hierarchy is clear in the bar chart, so the lines are a bit too heavy. So this distracts you a bit too much.
Yeah, I agree with that.
With like not to distract people, but Joseph and I can't remember the other guy's name, Brian, I think, or something. They were looking for a ticket to work on the React front end, and I was like, oh, well, why don't you guys have a play at like the search users? And then like I didn't think they would get it done today, and it's like it's kind of working, you know.
Awesome.
I mean, well, I guess there's not any like Cucumber tests, but like I don't know if there's any tests at all, but the functionality seems like it's working.
I was excited about the first part. I was less excited about the second part.
That there's no Cypress tests?
That there's no yeah, I'm less excited about the fact that there's no tests. Very excited about there's no Cucumber tests.
Well, did I say Cucumber? I think Cypress is the. But you don't like Cypress tests?
I don't have anything against Cypress. I thought I have lots against Cucumber.
So I guess like what we're using is like a combination, I guess then. So I'm not sure how you feel about that. But there's like Cypress. It's called Cypress Cucumber Preprocessor, and so like the feature part of it, like the feature files are the same as like you would expect from Cucumber, but then instead of using like in Rails we use like Capybara, for example, it uses Cypress for the steps.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan of. I've never seen Cucumber put to good use because kind of the promise of Cucumber is your non-technical team members will write tests. I've never seen anywhere where that's actually happening. And so in practice, it seems like to me, Cucumber is always adding a layer of complexity and maintainability difficulty. And people are kind of lumping stuff together, which should actually be lumped together in helper methods. And instead it's lumped together in steps. And I've never seen it be not a mess. I've seen it better other places than others.
For Human Connection, like one of the things that like some of the people who are creating the tickets, they'll give like user stories. And then for someone who's like, you know, new to the project or who is like wanting to get started with something, it's kind of a quick way that you can contribute, like is to go there and like start writing like the Cucumber test or the, you know, Cypress Cucumber, whatever, and then you can kind of go implementing it a little at a time. So like on the React Mob on Thursday, we weren't able to get very far, but what we were able to do is like we created like a test that you should be able to like you know, when you click on the login page, that you go to the login, and then you should be able to click on a button that says with GitHub, and then kind of like that's basically as far as we got, is like just making sure that you could get from the landing page to the login page, and then from the login page that there was a button that you could click on that says withdraw. And
Yeah.
now, like, the next step in the next week's React Mob, or when we have another pairing session, would be like looking to like actually, you know, write a test that fails that we can then go like implementing, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm happy to discuss it more at some point. I just, I am utterly convinced about the uselessness or harmfulness of adding Cucumber to the project in the context that I've seen it in. The instant I see a context in which it's being used well, I'm happy to admit it.
I mean, I guess, like, you know, you don't know the specifics about human connection, but like, does that?
I don't. It
guess
doesn't seem like it's helping in most of the AV projects that I've seen it in.
Yeah.
It seems like it would be better off just having some RSpec functions that are clearly named that do all those steps. Not RSpec functions, but functions being called in the context of RSpec tests. And I actually have a friend who runs a pretty successful software consultancy in Indianapolis, and they were using Cucumber for all their acceptance tests, and they actually got rid of it. And that was in part a client ask, because clients were like, oh, this is confusing, and it was just confusing everyone, and they went back to vanilla RSpec.
Yeah, right. I guess you can still use user stars without Cucumber, right?
100%, and you should.
Like, I guess I've never seen.
I mean, if you use Cucumber, it's up to you, right? I'm strongly opinionated. Plenty of my strong opinions in my life have been wrong.
You, right? Or you're strongly opinionated.
Yeah.
I've never. I mean, I don't know you that long, but
I know, because I just come across as like so mellow and reasonable, and like I never get really uppity about somebody being inconsistent in their coding indentation or, you know, naming.
You just
None of it. I let it all go.
Yeah, you just go with the flow, you know. I mean, you know, what separates us is what I think, you know, is what we can learn from each other, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, Peter's always telling me, like, you know, maybe I should wait to build stuff until I, like, you know, have an idea of what I'm doing first, you know, like a design or something. And I'm like, why wait for a design? Anyways.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Matt. I think those differences and the balancing and the different perspective, I think, is all very valuable. Especially if you have a team where you're going to be building, you know, one product together for a long time, or, you know, several different products over a period of time. To have those differences kind of shore up each other's weaknesses and play to each other's strengths, I think, is really extremely valuable.
Yeah, definitely. Right. Well, are you guys finishing up as well? Or are you guys going to carry on, or do you know?
Yeah, I think I have to go.
Yeah, I think you kind of have to.
Yeah, but I think it's fine to commit if you might agree.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's like maybe I didn't look at the changes, the last changes you made. But
yeah, I tried to figure it out, but
it's still called like hot dog and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that might be. Is there anything? I mean, can we? I mean, maybe we wouldn't be able to think of.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, what is it that, like? So we don't know exactly what the different bars are going to be, but they could be like different. I guess you guys know this better than I do. Are there more, like, so far there's performances? Are there any other ways that artists are like raising money?
Not,
you know?
I don't know.
But the bar chart is actually called money raised.
Yeah.
So isn't it meant to be money raised represented there?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like why have 4 different bars, for example, in the mock-up?
It's a different country.
Well, the thing is that we copied this like different countries and the colors, like the hot dog and stuff like that, directly from Nevo Rocks. It's like this D3 React library. So like the countries have nothing really to do with. I mean, as far as we know, they don't have anything to do with our use case.
I see.
But we could leave it as country because we don't know. We don't really know. And I was just trying to guess. Like, could it be? Could
leave
like
it as one bar? Peter, I thought you suggested that earlier.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know. So it depends on the data we receive from the backend zone.
Ryder, are you? Yeah. I mean, we're making these front end guys guess what Like we're the ones that are like got our elbows, like up to our elbows in the back end, like so.
Well, I mean, so I think the beach is calling your name. I don't want to keep you late.
I mean, maybe we can on Monday. Maybe we can have a pairing session at like 7 p.m. UTC. Maybe.
Yeah, sure. That'd be grand.
Cool. Mike, you'll be there, right?
Yes. Yeah, of course.
Cool. All right. So I'll see you guys soon.
All right. See you.
Cheers.
Let me show my face. I don't want. See you guys.
See you
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
So I'm going to create the PR.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I need to see what was done.
You mean a WIP PR?
I think this is because it was just the task was just like it was going to be a placeholder. I think we can just it can just be merged in, but then when we get stuff from the backend, we'll get a ticket to update it.
Sure.
Am I yellow? Okay. Yeah. Should it be a work in progress, PR? Peter?
Well, it's up to you. I'm not sure if we will touch it tomorrow. I think tomorrow we will move to the supported courses probably.
Yeah.
So I think I would leave it as it is and then let Federico say something about this.
Okay. Yeah, nice. I think it's awesome, It's HD, like the it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see when it's becoming interactive with the actual data.
Yeah.
Like moving around and this kind of stuff.
Yeah. And how this and this.
Yeah, that's the thing. So when someone, yeah.
It's really cool. Yeah, it's nice. Okay. So,
Great seeing you guys.
Tomorrow.
Sorry?
Oh, great seeing you guys.
Yeah, great to see you right there as well. Now it's breaking up actually.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta make the commit, Mike. Yeah. It's fine. Is it fine?
Okay, I'll commit and add you as
Sure. Let's see you tomorrow then.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks.